Okay, here's an update on the coaling tower, the coaling area. Previously this thing has been here for like a year, this coaling tower. But if I pan back over to this area, you'll see I have improved, or I should say expanded the area around it. I wouldn't say it's been improved quite yet. My last video I had uploaded here a couple days ago, I said, I had the coaling tower here, I had put this track in, just kind of had it laying there. I said, maybe off the end you'll have to envision a switch would be here, at the edge of the layout, which would have been right here. But then I had the ideas, I had a couple extra 036 switches, and my thought was, I could have this switch connect in here. I could build a little extension, have the switch connect on. Great. And then I realized with the curve and everything, this is an 036 curve, so it's pretty tight in an 036 switch. I had to have some straight track here anyway, so I figured, well, I already have I have this extra straight track here. I wonder if I could fit another switch in, another 036 switch that I had. This is a left-hand turnout, or right-hand turnout, I'm sorry. And, that can model like a dumping area, so that's what I did. So again, I had to build some extensions, I had to add some more track. It was a little bit of work, but this is how it looks now after a evening and afternoon's worth of work. But it looks pretty good. Now the track here is somewhat temporary, somewhat permanent. I had to cut it in half. I had to trim this curve. It originally went out to about here. I had to trim it back. And so the rail, you can roll a car over it. It's not pretty, but it does roll over it. It has connectivity across all of it. Same with over here. So I'll solder and smooth it out, whatever, but it's fine for what it is for now. And it all fits. Now this track here is going to be the dumping area for the coal supply for the tower itself. So in real life, and I've done a little bit of research, and I think basically how I understand it is that the railroad would bring in a loaded coal hopper, or a set of loaded coal hoppers, like this. The loaded coal hopper would sit here. This would be in a building, a small little shed, I guess. And it would, the bottom dump, so the coal would dump out through the bottom, and then it would transfer through conveyor belts, whatever, over to the skip hoist or some kind of conveyor that would take it up the coaling tower, drop it in the silo, and then it would load into a tender here or over here, depending on what chute, where the train was at. So my goal here, I was able to squeeze this one switch in a 10-inch fast track straight, and I was able to at least have a little bit of an area where I could have the car sitting at. So my plan is to I'll probably 3D printer, build a little shack here, a little building, and then I'll have the skip hoist or conveyor. I might redo this as a conveyor, we'll see. Anyway, for the coal to come up, and so yeah, I have that modeled. It's actually kind of nice, I figure now it's not totally accurate. I can bring in a train off the nickel plate, have an interchange job coming in and delivering coal to the Pensy, or have a Pensy engine do it, or whatever, something. So I have a little bit of play value with this. And then additionally, I have to finish up the hillside and all that. I'm going to probably get an Atlas steel water tower and likely have it sitting somewhere over here. And then I'll get some pen stocks, probably one for this track, one for this track to simulate water. And then if anyone has a Crescent Locomotive Works ash hoist for sale, I'm looking for one. I can't find one anywhere. So if you have one or know someone who has one they're looking to get rid of, again, it's a Crescent Locomotive Works ash hoist. I'd love to have an ash hoist here as well, probably over in this area or somewhere in this general area to kind of complete out my engine terminal, my coaling facility. So again, it's pretty small. It's not a very big area, but I was able to squeeze a lot of things in here. I think it's going to look really nice and kind of bring some more interest to this little corner of the layout here. And one of my favorite parts that I really like is if you look at, from this scene here, the nickel plate you can't see it, but the nickel plate, the engine's back there. But the main line here is all the way in the background, all the way in the back. And now if you look up, you see 1, 2, 3, and the 4 tracks in the back. So it really helps to create some depth when viewing the layout from this area. The main line isn't all the way straight up at the front. So yeah, really happy about that. But yeah, I'll share some more later.